To make enemies by unnecessary and willful incivility is just as insane a proceeding as to set your house on fire. As part of his investigations into human nature, Schopenhauer has a few words to say about politeness. In a more serious philosophical work, On the Basis of Morality, Schopenhauer describes politeness as a phenomenon that arose in order to mask the inherent egoism of human beings. Gentle manners are expected and commended, because that which they conceal, egoism, is so odious that no one wishes to see it, however much it is known to be there, just as people like to have repulsive objects hidden at least by a curtain. This is a descriptive explanation of politeness, which seeks to explain why politeness exists at all. However, in other works, Schopenhauer offers more practical advice regarding good manners. Schopenhauer's cynical view of politeness holds that by agreeing to be polite to each other, we agree to overlook the faults and defects in the personality or intelligence of the other. This makes the faults less obtrusive from both sides and results in a win-win arrangement where dealing with people in general just becomes more tolerable. We should be careful not to confuse politeness with genuine love for our neighbor. Politeness, when compared to the true love or kindness, is a technicality, just like the justice in the court of law is different from justice coming from an integrity of the heart. Politeness, being a technicality, can therefore be used to our advantage just as we would use a machine to our advantage. Wax, a substance naturally hard and brittle, can be made soft by the application of a little warmth, so that it will take any shape you please. In the same way, by being polite and friendly, you can make people pliable and obliging, even though they are apt to be crabbed and malevolent. Hence, politeness is to human nature what warmth is to wax. What is interesting to note is that, for Schopenhauer, being polite is not really a goal in itself. It's more of a clever play in order to get what you want more easily. Because, and Schopenhauer never tires of laboring the point, most people don't actually deserve your politeness. Why is that? Isn't it good to always be polite, no matter what? Well, not exactly. Remember that in Schopenhauer's conception, politeness arises because two people reach a mutual but silent agreement. This agreement is that each ignores the flaws of the other in order to move the social interaction along. In Schopenhauer's estimation, most people are so flawed that it actually becomes disingenuous to treat them politely and to ignore these obvious character flaws just to get along. Of course, it is no easy matter to be polite, insofar, I mean, as it requires us to show great respect for everybody, whereas most people don't deserve respect at all. And again, insofar as it demands that we should feign the most lively interest in people when we must be very glad that we have nothing to do with them. Schopenhauer ends with a piece of advice on how to deal with rude people. These people have taken off their politeness, so to speak. They have let the mask slip. You should never lose sight of the fact that ordinary politeness is only a grinning mask. If it shifts its place a little, or is removed for a moment, there is no use raising a hue and cry. When a man is downright rude, it is as though he had taken off all his clothes and stood before you in puris naturalibus. Like most men in this condition, he does not present a very attractive appearance. Thank you for watching. If Schopenhauer's cynicism strikes your fancy, we have done a video on how to be alone, Schopenhauer style, and of course also a big video on his main philosophical work, The World as Will and Representation. Again, thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next one.